And even though it may not look like it, I'm on the largest cruise ship in the world with 2 running goals: to run 70 miles a week, which I've been preparing for, and to run at least 1 mile at every port that we stay at. And here I am with my family, and this is Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas, and there's plants because this is the Central Park part of the ship. And this is a cruise, so I can just grab pineapple if I want to. This is our itinerary right here. We're departing from the port of Miami, the 305 Vice City in GTA 6, and heading to 2 spots in Mexico, 1 in Honduras, and then a Bahamian island. And there's a bunch of different neighborhoods. So here's Surfside. And the only thing we've done so far is eat the embarkation day lobster at Windjammer and check out our stateroom, which is small, but modern. Hey.
Let's see. Please be a little bit big.
Wow.
Okay, not bad. All right.
Wow.
Not bad.
Right in front of us, we got the roof of a display with the color.
Okay.
Woo.
Yeah.
This place is not for me, but it's so colorful. My dad's all set. Cheers. Here we are at one end of the ship. There's Miami in the background. I will admit, so far I've had a Heineken Zero, which has no alcohol, and a beer. And today is Saturday, so I did my long run this morning, so I won't run today or tomorrow. But the rest of the time here, grind on. We got some churros and ice cream. Bienvenido viaje. The Cuban game of dominoes at the Royal Promenade. And even though the Wi-Fi is powered by Starlink, we're going disconnected. Except for at the ports, we'll have text and call. Yeah, here's where I'll be doing my 400-meter repeats. Probably not, but I could.
2.4 laps, so we're going to right?
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it's like 0.4 per lap, 0.4 miles. It's a concrete floor. I thought it was gonna be track.
Oh.
And here we have the gym that I'm gonna hit 5 times on this cruise. There's a ton of treadmills, but only one Smith machine. I'm loving the quotes and the little stick figure that they use for all the infographics here. So without a doubt, this cruise 70 miles is a side quest to my marathon in 15 weeks, but I do get to burn off more calories, which means I get to eat more delicious food. We're in the Casino Royale. There's roulette.
Baby, twin.
We're going here for the show at 10:30 on the first day.
Look at a dog.
Our mission right now is crepes at the Aquadome Market.
Crepes. Good stuff?
Good stuff.
The vlog already somewhere?
I probably want to get the strawberry again though.
Why?
Strawberry is like too sweet.
Oh, but?
We're now near the top decks, and there's a bunch of people in the pool already. And there's the jacuzzi. I'll be hitting that for sure. Pina colada and EDM music, and we're about to head out. There's some pickleball, mini golf, and slides. What's up? We're in the jacuzzi.
Sparkling water.
Proceed directly to your assembly station.
Almost infinity pool. 8 p.m. Comedy Club. So for the first night, we were jam-packed. We first went to a comedy show where the guy said, "Broke a toe." No, I'm not from Boca Raton, Florida. I broke my toe. And then we played the free $2 on the slot machines, the first and only ever time I'm going to use the slot machines. And then we tried Sorrento's Pizza. Not the best pizza in the world. That's in New Haven or maybe New York City, but still pretty darn good pizza. I should have brought some cash.
What to do?
Can I do 2 of those, please?
then up next was the indoor water show where the Star Wars theme actually played. Time to find the one piece at sea.
I look you guys up.
Buenos dias on this rest day. We are at this location, and this is a rest day partly because I did my long run yesterday, but also I did 30,000 steps. It's an additional 10K while on board walking around this thing. Taking recovery seriously. I mean, my groin is actually a little bit sore. I convinced my family to do this morning stretching class where we went to child's pose and upward dog, I think is the pose that it's called. But yeah, just some stretching and jacuzzi for my rest day recovery.
I'm making a smash burger. Yeah.
We picked up some quick food at base camp for free and then some more ice cream because there's never enough ice cream on a cruise. Then I got my creatine smoothie, then Windjammer for breakfast where I had some salmon, a lox bagel pretty much, some eggs, and some fruit. At the Schoonmaker bar doing trivia. Shake numero dos of the day. I think we're gonna do either El Loco Fresh or the Aquadome Market for lunch today.
Well,
Last 12.
22.
Odd and red.
Last 12. Yeah. Post-Broadway show, some Mexican churros. And I don't have any footage of this, but we played a 3v3 basketball tournament. I lost the first round, but it was just 5 minutes, and the score was like 5-2. It was a quick one. You can cut it.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. On two. Ready. Set.
On our second night on Icon, it was our first night at the main dining room. And honestly, the main dining room was all right compared to all the other free food options because there's so many good food stalls. But I got the seafood linguine, strawberry ice cream, and French onion soup. Buenos dias, it's day 3, and we're at port. I'm going to the gym.
Deck 5.
Normally, I like to do my lift and then my run. I do about 45 minutes of weights. This one was a push day, so just chest and triceps. And then after I did 10 easy miles on the treadmill. This week I didn't do too much of threshold or intervals. Just picked it up when I felt like it, honestly.
We're going to where tonight?
Costa Maya, Mexico.
So we're getting down.
Yep.
That wasn't the original plan. But I really had to talk about it. We're still allowed or not?
In Mexico, baby. Play Red Dead 1 music. We have crossed the border.
Mexico.
My first ever cruise port that was an island owned by the cruise line was Costa Maya, and this one was a ghost town. It had a water park just outside of it that was recently closed down several years ago because Royal Caribbean actually bought this port and they're going to develop it into a whole water park and beach party town in a couple years. But for now, just kind of a D for a port grade. Port numero uno, Costa Maya.
Is this gonna be a short?
No. Could be though.
Alright, what all in?
So how do we do this? Where are we starting?
The crate. We're at the Aquadome Market, finally trying the Mediterranean place. It's not kava, but it's still pretty darn good with that tzatziki sauce and hummus. We're about to hoop some more.
He'll take it. He'll backpedal a three for the win. And goal! He got it!
After downing a root beer float, I just got some protein at a local fresh.
Gentlemen, let me hear you.
It's Tuesday, 6:40, and we're at the gym pulling up to an island north of Honduras. It sort of looks like Hawaii. This time I wasn't alone for all of my zone 2 easy miles. My brother did 3 miles himself. Since I can't ask Brock what the negative effects of aspartame is, I'm just gonna get some Coke Zero. I want to try a Guinness later. I've never had it. Yeah, they said they offer maps here
Not a tour.
on land.
Let's see if they have a mile.
Rotan is way more populated than where we were yesterday. This isn't just the place that Royal Caribbean created.
It'd make me feel better.
In Rotan, Honduras, they were definitely pestering you as soon as you walked outside of the outdoor mall area. And then going into this cruise, I knew everything about the cruise ship itself, but I did zero research on the ports. I probably should have done some research on the ports, or at least downloaded offline maps, because without maps, you really can't go anywhere. And it would have been nice to do a hike nearby. You got it. Follow through.
Like bowling. Don't scrunch like that.
I can always... We're at the Windjammer for lunch. Salmon, beef, and pickles.
You deserve it, man.
But you've had, I think you 14 one of the days. I don't know which one it was.
So 14 times 6. I'm
14 plus 6.
I got churros. We're doing the churro ice cream combo at Surfside.
Unbeatable. It's unbeatable.
You only play one course? Not even a full Grand Prix?
My shit's intense.
French onion. Can you tell we like the French onion soup?
Talking to the camera?
Another day at the MDR, another mocktail. This time a blueberry mojito. Probably be my fave. And then Shirley Temple. Can never go wrong.
Do a Bad Bunny song. Bad Bunny song.
Let's do a Drake song.
Today is Wednesday, and it's a special day because we're doing a land excursion, which means I'm up at 6 a.m. to do my run on the treadmill, and then I'm going to lift in the afternoon. So it's empty as heck. Atención, Krispy Kreme. Estamos en el autobús. Botella de agua and jamón y queso sandwich. and it's in the right units, 600 milliliters. Mexico was my second ever country outside of the United States, so I'm just not used to how America forward the culture is still infused here. Like, you get off the port, you see a Spider-Man, you see a Margaritaville, and then you start to get more inland and it becomes more authentic. You see Cuesta Menos and Elige por tu fav. I love how you use fav instead of favorito or favorita.
Because they know which tour guides work with the people from ships, right?
And this was my first time seeing the Mayan ruins. This was the Tulam ruin, so not as big as some other temples. But this was a pretty cool stone structure to see that they made thousands of years ago with tiny people. And then when the conquistadors came, I didn't know that they burned up a lot of their scripture and writings. Pretty unfortunate. And now I'm doing the 1 mile for today in a national park in Mexico. I wonder how many national parks there are, because there's this many in Mexico. Don't know. And then there's like 64, 63 in Estados Unidos. Hopefully it's really deep. We're going in the cave.
Wait, why can't I touch it?
The floor?
No, this. No, you said don't touch it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
First thing on board, San Pellegrino, and I don't know why there's a pirate theme, but there is. Wealth, fame, power, everything I left is there. Go find it. It's a morning routine. What type of mac and cheese is that?
Extra beef.
Extra beef?
Yep.
Late night gym hours. And I wanted to avoid this as much as possible, but this was a double day because first I did 6 miles on the treadmill because I was out of time because a pickleball tournament that me and my brother were doing got entered and we lost in the second round. It was close, but I think we played the best other team out there just way too early on in the bracket. I did some rock climbing, got to the first bell.
Royal Theater, deck 4 and 5 at 7:30. Gotta make it there.
Everyone deserves a chance to fly.
Adam Carter, he can juggle and he can comedy. Hey there. Hey there.
Dueling Pianos round 2, we ended up 0 for 10 for song request.
Am I talking?
We're heading to the perfect day at Coco Cay in the month of May.
You know what it is? It's perfect day at Coco Cay, baby.
So I have a trivia question for you.
Okay.
When do you think the hot air balloon was invented?
1874.
1790, around there,
Wow.
which is over a century before planes.
I figured that would be the first method. So I was close.
This is Royal Caribbean Island. Norwegian Cruise Line's island is just across from this one. Jack is the El Capitan now. I wish Coco Cay wasn't Spend My Money Day because the thrill water park's $140 per person. Ouch.
We might
I'm
have to be walking to South Point.
I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
Most iconic boat of all time. So I'm taking my time. I remember the references here like 4 times.
Do what I gotta do.
I can't do 7. I can't.
Doing the mozzarella stick chicken sandwich combo. Peacock. We're getting that mileage in on the trails at Coco Cay. There actually is a trail. The last supper of the crepes. The seeds are so flat.
It's actually crazy.
Secretly.
Bro, remember that guy that was playing pickleball though? He went to the cruise completely by himself.
It's Saturday morning, my final hour is on Icon, and they're already blocking some part of the track because we're exiting in a couple hours. I'm just gonna get a few miles in as much as I can, and then go eat breakfast, and then hop off the ship. I ended up hitting both goals, a mile at each port. That one was easy. The more difficult one that took a lot of patience and most importantly time was the 70 miles. I took all 7 days of running because I did an extra 6 miles on Sunday because the Saturday was supposed to be like a 12-mile long run, but because they kick you off of the cruise so early in the morning, all I had time for was a quick mini run, then grab breakfast, and then walk off the ship. The Icon of the Seas was so awesome and epic, and I'm definitely open to more cruises in the future, especially if it's of ships of this caliber. Like Star of the Seas is going to have Back to the Future as its musical, and it's going to be from Cape Canaveral, and then Legend of the Seas is going to be another replica ship to the Icon, and I'm very excited for the future of cruising because cruising 20 years ago probably wouldn't hook me, but now with all its amenities, it has my eye and attention.
No matter what, bring money to gamble. It's gonna be worth it. You're gonna make money. You're on a floating ship. I'm gonna walk away with $5 billion.